Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been absolutely horrid at uploads, but I'm planning on doing an upload every single Sunday. So let me know what you guys think about that and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a Sunday video with me. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to talk about realistically the only way to grow your glutes, unless you're going to do like a BBL, like it's just not going to happen for you. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to actually efficiently grow your glutes. So the reason why I kind of want to go in depth with this and make this video is because I feel like lately there has been this huge trend with growing your glutes. Like I feel like before a lot of people wanted to just do hours of cardio and get super small and skinny and shrink yourself and just try to be like as tiny as possible, but now it's a lot of like I want to grow my quads, I want to grow my glutes and build muscle, and I think that is so amazing. So I want to help you with that. Okay, so first things first is you want to make sure you have access to adequate gym equipment. If you don't want to go into the gym, you just want to stay at home and do home workouts, like that's better than nothing. But realistically, doing body weight workouts and just using a booty band is not going to be as efficient for you or optimal to do what you're trying to do. So if you can get a gym membership, maybe even like Planet Fitness where it's $10, that is going to be your absolute best bet. Or if you can afford to go and buy a few pairs of heavy dumbbells to at least have at home, that would be better than doing absolutely nothing. So I'm sure you've heard this time and time again, but compound movements are going to be your absolute best friend when it comes to growing your glutes. So when I say compound movements, I mean things like squats, hip thrusts, lunges, things like that. The next thing is you're going to want to focus on movements that work the entire glute. So there's the glute medius and glute maximus, and my favorite exercises to incorporate in my weekly routine are hip thrusts, like I mentioned before, lunges, squats, all kinds of squats, so goblet squats, sumo squats, back squats, whatever. Also, if you're working your glute in like the 45-degree angle, that's really good too. So like a 45-degree kickback at the cable machine or the abduction machine. You will also want to focus on hinging movements. So my favorite example of this is a nice heavy dumbbell RDL. You can also use a barbell for this, or you can even use a Smith machine, so it's an easier setup. You're going to want to also work your glutes enough with enough frequency to actually stimulate growth. Optimally, you're going to want to be training glutes twice a week, and this really depends on your recovery as well. If you're super sore, you can't recover from a lot of heavy compounds easily, you're going to want to adjust to your own body type. Now, for example, I can train glutes 2 to 3 times a week, but just making sure I'm getting adequate rest to recover from those heavy leg days. Another one that I'm sure you hear all the time is to implement progressive overload. This is so important because if you're going into the gym and picking up the same exact weight every single time, you're not going to stimulate muscle growth. So you're going to want to increase either your sets or your reps or the amount of times even that you're training glutes per week. Even if you can only add 2.5 pounds onto each side of the barbell when you're doing hip thrusts or RDLs, that's completely fine. That's better than not increasing the weight at all. The next thing I'm going to suggest is you find a program and you stick to it. Whether you find a random workout app or you hire a coach or you buy someone's downloadable program online, you need to find a program and you need to be consistent and stick to it. I don't recommend going into the gym and jumping around from random machine to machine to machine and just doing whatever you feel like. You need to be consistent with a certain workout split and doing the same things every single week so your body can adapt. Being on a program will also ensure that you are training with enough frequency and intensity to stimulate the growth that you're trying to stimulate. Just as training enough is super important, so is resting enough. I highly recommend 1 to 2 rest days per week, depending on your body and how easily you can recover from your workouts. Your muscles grow when you are resting and when you are sleeping. Although when you're in the gym and you just finished your set of squats, your butt might look a few inches bigger, but that is not the case. That is just temporary blood flow, and that will go away in like 30 minutes to an hour after you leave the gym. The next most important thing when it comes to growing your glutes is making sure you are eating enough. 90% of my clients come to me hardly eating any carbs, hardly eating 1500 calories, and that is just simply not going to be enough for a majority of people to see adequate muscle growth. In order to grow muscle, ideally, you are going to want to be at least a maintenance or slight surplus. Eat at a controlled surplus for your body, and if you need help figuring out what the right calorie amount is for you, feel free to reach out to me, DM me on Instagram, and I will be happy to help you. Just as I previously mentioned, you need to eat enough. Sometimes this unfortunately does come with unwanted fat gain, but it's going to be very minimal as long as you eat correctly at a surplus and you're not overdoing it. And this is also completely normal, so you need to accept it. The very last thing I want to say is you need to be patient and you need to be consistent. Growing your glutes does not happen in the span of 2 weeks. It happens over months or even years. Like, I have worked very hard to grow my glutes to the point that they're at, but I also have a lot more work in front of me that I need to do to keep growing my glutes to the point that I want them to be at. I highly recommend getting on a schedule and implementing certain times every single day that you know you're going to the gym. It's a non-negotiable for you, and you need to do it because you deserve to go to the gym. You deserve to work for the body that you want to. Don't let your friends steer you the other way. Don't let your friends be like, oh, like, you're so lame, you're going to the gym, I want to hang out, this, that. Like, no, those are your goals. Be consistent and don't let anyone get in the way of your goals. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I will be doing a new video every single Sunday, so look out for that and make sure to subscribe. If you are someone looking for a affordable workout program, I do have a fitness app that I will link in the description. You can try out the first month for literally only $1. So if you want to try going to the gym consistently and see how it works with your schedule, or just try out a new workout split, I highly recommend looking into it. You also get some really good recipes as well with the macros attached. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything that I've talked about or anything else, feel free to either DM me on Instagram or leave a comment down below, and I will see you next Sunday. You are my